Cause you know what we got to do. Come on with it.
Me and you getting it on, don't even go there.
Come on with it.
Once I bring it to you, you won't be safe nowhere.
Word up. Salute to hip-hop, MCs and DJs. Culture strong as ever.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
That's right, it's here, the official start of the new NBA season. I'm Ernie Johnson, excited to be here once again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith for another go-round. And tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. Tonight we're watching Kyrie Irving, former #1 pick overall. That's a lofty level of expectation to live up to, Kenny, but he's matched the hype surrounding him.
Yeah, he can hurt you from a lot of areas of the floor. And he shoots the three off the dribble, spot up three, dribble, break you down off the dribble, get you in transition. Which way can he beat you? He's a natural-born scorer, but when he's becoming that natural passer, it makes this team almost unstoppable to beat.
Yes, natural-born scorer. That's because he was born in New Jersey. People underestimate his strength. He's tough. He's strong. And I don't know between him and Steph Curry who has the best handles in the game.
I was just going to ask that very question.
You might have to throw Chris Paul in there, too. He's
no
got
way.
some handles.
No way. Stop it.
Okay,
no.
those two.
Okay, then who would you take?
Handles-wise?
Yeah.
I'm going with Kyrie. Just strictly handles, I'm going with Kyrie.
I'm going with Steph Curry. He make people fall. He make legends fall.
Oh, I like that. I like that. He makes legends fall. Hey, Kevin Harlan.
That was a movie, wasn't it?
A legend in his own right, standing by to make the call.
Outside the Forum, we see the bright lights of a Memphis evening. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Grizzlies will look to their home court advantage. Just one game here in Memphis. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season. They lost both of the matchups in this interconference battle a season ago. They'd like to change that now.
Yeah, and last year it didn't matter whether it was on the home or on the road. They failed to take a game from either of the two meetings.
Yeah, and, you know, they weren't used to seeing a team and not getting at least one win off of them last year, and that's what they're looking for now.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So on the floor for Cleveland, J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Tristan Thompson is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Irving in at the point. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Zach Randolph getting up there in his mid-30s, but his game has never been based on explosiveness. So it's all about strength, skill, and craft when you talk about Zebo, and he's aging gracefully.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. And Randolph Clark can struggle in matchups against quicker power forwards or those spread forwards.
Yeah, but even though he struggles on the perimeter against those guys, he punishes them when he gets them inside in his operating area at the offensive end. Most big men have a hard time dealing with him in the paint.
Very good point. Cleveland on defense. It's a 3-point game. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And even in hostile territory, as they were that day, they had no jitters at all. I mean, the confidence kept growing as the shots kept falling.
And they were falling big time. I mean, from the top to the bottom of that roster, everybody was locked, loaded, and spraying jumpers.
Conley gets the bucket.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. The screen from Thompson. And Love has it in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Conley kicks to Carter. From outside, off the mark. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. LeBron, shot is off. Carter with it. Rouse Smith defending. Conley for three. The shot is off. And Cleveland the other way now. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, Dave Yeager gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him if there was an X factor in this game, a player they couldn't forget about, and he said it would have to be Tristan Thompson, the power forward out of Texas. He said Thompson is still developing from a skill standpoint, but his motor is really off the charts. You always have to find him and get a body on him when the shot goes up because the guy never takes a play off. Guys, they've been forewarned. We'll see if they take it to heart.
Thank you, Doris. Al Gasol. Following the miss by Michael Conley from deep. Count the buckets. Gasol's got his first bucket of the night.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Love with the screen on Conley. Irving drives in.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
They double him with LeBron. Conley against Irving. Conley the pass to Gasol. The fader. And James pulls it down.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
Conley with it. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. He got right to the cup using that screen. Gasol's got his second basket.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
Now Smith. Kicks to Love. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Now, here's Gasol. Back to Conley. Randolph a screen. From past the arc. They get it again. LeBron with some nice D.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off. Well, LeBron James long considered the greatest player in the league. He's got some competition now, though. Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, James Harden all playing well last year. But for my money, there's no better player in the league than King James.
Well, Clark, you look at LeBron's career averages right now around 27, 7, and 7. Hard to argue at this time he's not the best player in the league.
Well, you know, he might not always win the MVP award, Kevin, but that doesn't really matter. I think he's the most feared player in the league, and he proved he can carry a team in last season's NBA Finals. Clearly one of the all-time greats.
Now here is Carter. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Here's James. They lead by 1. It's a pick by Love. James dishes to Love. The kick out to Irving. Smith with a wide open look. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And that's now 7 points for Smith. Memphis is gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Gasol a screen. Conley kicks to Allen. Randolph sets a screen for Allen. Randolph's shot is good.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Irving against Conley. Irving passes to Thompson. Again, the Cavaliers score.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
And for Kyrie Irving, it had been a long time coming. Last season, he finally played in his first postseason with the Cavs. And up until the unfortunate injury, he certainly made the most of it.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Stevenson's checked in. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Jefferson comes in for LeBron. Shumpert is checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. And the basket by Stevenson.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Here's Dellavedova. Mozgov dishes to Shumpert. It's stolen by Allen. And now the Grizzlies. Fast break. Stevenson kicks to Gasol. Back to Stevenson. Randolph a screen. Conley with a wide open look. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Here's Mozgov. Cannot hit. Gasol with the defensive effort. Conley into the lane. Again, Conley missing.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Shumpert with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. On the wing, Shumpert. Picked by Mozgov. Clock at 6. Inside. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
The Grizzlies trail by 4. Outside Conley. He feeds it to Randolph. The Grizzlies with another miss. The Cavaliers have gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. And it's Dellavedova missing. For Memphis, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Gasol, no good.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
Now here's Mozgov. Outside Shumpert. Right side Jefferson. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Chris Anderson is checked in for Gasol. Wright comes in for Zach Randolph. And it's Barnes in for Allen. Anderson passes to Barnes. Kicks it out to Stevenson. And here's Conley outside. The rebound by Kevin Love. Love's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
No, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Here's Dellavedova. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. He kicks it to Mozgov. Here's Shumpert. It's 3-pointers off the mark. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Here's Stevenson. And the rejection by Love. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Love. Channing Frye's checked in for Kevin Love. Anderson against Mozgov. Right side, Conley. And stolen by Frye. Now Cleveland moving it up. Shumpert gets a wide open look. From outside, off the mark. Memphis has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. On the wing, Stevenson. Guarded by Shumpert. Nobody near Barnes. And good as it rattles through the hoop. Barnes has got his first basket.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Last season, Memphis fell late and would end up with the 5th seed in the NBA playoffs. Only 1 of 2 teams to make the playoffs each of the last 5 seasons, along with the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, and they were a team that nobody wanted to play. Memphis drew Portland in that first round, and even though they were the 5th seed, they had home court advantage.
Stevenson. That one wide left.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Now here's Jefferson. Hits the jump hook. And it's a 6-point Cleveland lead.
You know, guys, Memphis waltzed through the first round against Portland. The second round, a lot tougher against Golden State. They went up 2-1 in that series, but couldn't hold on to that lead.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
He makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It's deflected. Drive, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed. And guys, Memphis would lose 2 of their 3 games at home against Golden State. So things got tough with the Conley injury and missing Tony Allen as well. But they did put up a good fight, ultimately, though, falling in 6 games to the Warriors.
Mozgov drives in. 11 feet away. And he lays it straight in. Mozgov's got 6 points.
You know, a team's rebounding is one of the great measures of its energy, and theirs has been terrific in the first quarter.
Yeah, they've brought it in terms of having another level of intensity right from the tip.
And here's Barnes for 3, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And that does it for the first quarter. Cavaliers lead by 5. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous, tremendous leadership.
I'm putting all the pressure on.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
They seem to be a step slower, and that's one reason why they've been able to own the rebounding edge.
Well, the anticipation's been better. As the ball hits the rim, it's gone right to them. Solid job of them chasing it down and anticipating.
On the floor for Cleveland getting going here in the second. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Kevin Love out there with Jefferson. And it's Thompson in at the center. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Outside Irving. Thompson sets the pick for Irving. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Zach Randolph is checked in for the Grizzlies. LeBron's checked in for the Cavaliers. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
Yeah, and they've also balanced that, though, guys, with the attack off the bounce as well to get them some points.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs, and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
Here's Irving after the made shot from Zach Randolph. Love kicks to Smith. LeBron James on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Irving drives in. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Here's Gasol. That's in there. Conley with the assist. And that's now 6 points for Marc Gasol.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimme.
Clark, thinking back to when Mike Conley was drafted 4th back in the 2007 draft, 4th overall. He wasn't an instant star, but he has gotten better every season.
Yeah, it took him a little while. I mean, he was only a freshman coming out of college back in 2007. A slow start. He had to fight for minutes, grind away. Grizzlies kept trying to get his replacement, it appeared, but he stayed the course, and now he's their franchise point guard.
Now here's Conley. Outside Randolph. Pass to Carter. Then Gasol with the dunk.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Here's Randolph. Cavaliers with the rebound.
You know, you think back, the Grizzlies contemplated trading Mike Conley early on in his career, and I tell you what, aren't they glad that cooler heads prevailed? I mean, his rise has helped propel them to one of the top teams in the Western Conference.
And here is Conley following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Conley dishes to Gasol. The feed to Carter. Now the pass to Randolph. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And Mike Conley may be the best player in the NBA never to make an all-star team. I really feel like it's unfair to call him underrated now, because if you go around our league, all teams respect what he's been able to do in Memphis.
Now here is Smith. He's got 7. It's a pick by Love. Smith kicks to Love. Stolen by Randolph. Outside Conley. Lock at 6. Again, Memphis.
Ooh, that is a tough shot.
Cavaliers leading. And here is LeBron. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Chicago. And Love throws it down.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Irving against Conley. Left side Gasol. Fires from 14. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 4 assists in the game. Cavaliers have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Some people think LeBron's athleticism, Clark, has declined over the last few years. He might be the first to admit it. He still looks terrific, though.
Well, he's, that's a natural progression for any player, sure, even if you are LeBron. But he's still an elite athlete by NBA standards.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. They lead by 4. Thompson, a screen on Conley. Irving kicks to Thompson. And Zach Randolph gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
Channing Frye's checked in for Cleveland. There's the pick. It's Thompson off the draw.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Cleveland leading by 6. Guys, this offense very effective.
Going right at them.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
That one goes. Count it.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. And the rejection by James.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
For Memphis, they've gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Timeout called the Grizzlies. Well, safe to say that J.R. Smith has never been short on confidence, Clark, his entire career.
Yeah, he's always been a guy who could actually play with confidence and back it up. When he's hot from the floor, he can take over games single-handedly.
Some changes for Memphis. Chris Anderson is checked in for Gasol. Barnes comes in for Vince Carter. Lance Stevenson subbed in for Allen. Then for the Cavaliers, James Jones, who's checked in for Thompson. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Smith, and it's Williams in for Kyrie Irving. Now here's Stevenson. Barnes can't get it to go.
And for Smith and his confidence, last year even he said he's on pace to be one of the best shooters the game has ever seen. So obviously not lacking in belief in his ability.
Now here's Conley. Mo Williams unable to get his shot to go. Conley into the lane. Pass to Anderson. And Stevenson kicks to Barnes. Just 5 on the clock. They need this. And that one goes long.
I'm not sure if I can agree with J.R. Smith's assessment that he'll be one of the greatest shooters of all time, but he's pretty deep into his career at this point. Maybe he's hoping for a Kyle Korver type of career after 30 years of age.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And a brief check of the stats for Williams. How he did last season. 13th in free throw percentage, and his passing skills were on full display all year. He ranked among the top 15 in assists.
And I think, again, we just got to give him credit for knocking down free throws at such a good clip.
Grizzlies making a switch here. White's checked in. The Cavaliers pull it in.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
The Cavaliers have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs, swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
Here's Conley, and again, Memphis no good.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Dellavedova from outside. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Dellavedova's got himself on the board with 3 there. The Grizzlies trail by 17.
No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the final.
For the Cavaliers, Mozgov, he's checked in for LeBron. Jefferson comes in for Jones. And it's Iman Shumpert in for Williams. Now here's Conley. Stevenson drives in. That's good. Stevenson's got 6 points.
And for the Cavs last season, their toughest test would be in the finals against the Warriors. Like every other team, they just couldn't handle the Warriors for a full series. A great run to the finals, and surely they'll want to return there this season.
Now here's Conley. They double-team Conley. Stevenson outside. 5 to shoot. Pass to Barnes. Shoots a 3. And Shumpert pulls it down.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
He dishes it to Dellavedova. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That is his first foul of the game. And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Stevenson outside. 5 on the clock. Wright sets a screen for Stevenson. Lets the 3 fly. They get it back. Right down low. Jefferson is right there. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Clark, Brandon Wright was moving all over the league last year, all over the map, traded twice, once from Dallas to Boston, then again sent to Phoenix where he finished up the season.
Kevin, he was only with Boston for 8 games after the trade. He seemed to find a better home when he was with Phoenix.
To the inside, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
There's the dish to Shumpert. And here's Fry for 3. That's good. Fry's got his second basket of the night.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Mozgov with the block.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Now here's Conley. Dishes it to Barnes. Shumpert with the steal. Here's Dellavedova. The rebound by Anderson.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Well, I tell you, the Grizzlies guys were really dominant in the first half of the season last year, but after the All-Star break, barely played above 500.
And Memphis would end up going 16-13 over the back half of last season. Down the stretch, they would only go 5 up and 5 down in their final 10.
Yeah, and Kevin, all those games so important as they jockeyed for position in the West. It was so fluid and volatile down the stretch. They could have been anywhere from a 2nd seed to a 6th on any given day, and they just happened to slump at the wrong time.
Here's Dellavedova. 5 points in the game. Mozgov, a screen on Conley. Inside. Hop loose off the pick and hammers it home.
Elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook.
Yeah, and I'm glad, guys, he doesn't go overboard on that one and get a little too fancy.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Cleveland ahead, up 19. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
LeBron, you dominated the backboards. What allowed that to happen?
We know coming into the game it's a very good shooting team, and there's going to be a lot of offensive rebounds at times if they miss shots, and all 5 guys got to get in and help each other defensively and clean up the rebounds. So that was the point of emphasis, and it's good to see that we're doing that so far.
A team effort, no doubt, LeBron. Thank you. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
That was the half of the super set for them. A lot of offense coming off the bench, and that's such a luxury to have that kind of firepower available. There were times when the pace picked up when the second unit came into the game. And that's the best part, having a bunch of guys who's ready at the drop of a hat.
Shaq, your take on Memphis.
Well, when you look at the opponent field goal percentage, that tells the whole story. They gave up way too many good looks. When they come out of the break, they got to play way tougher, Ernie. Get those hands up. Get in your opponent's face. Do something.
Just about time for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll see you again at the Horn.
back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
Excellent game we've seen from Kyrie Irving. He's got 10 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. Conley and Allen in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Dave Yeager.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Randolph following the basket by LeBron James. And we know that Marc Gasol was one of the most sought-after free agents this past summer. Clark, all along, most figured he'd be back in Memphis.
Yep, a winning team, max dollars. And don't forget now, he went to high school in Memphis while his brother Powell played there. He's where he belongs.
Marc Gasol, a first-time All-Star starter last season. He and his brother Powell both starting in that game. The first time that's ever happened in league history, and having both those guys go head-to-head.
Now, here is Smith, and they call an illegal screen here.
All right, a chance to see some stats for Marc Gasol. Great showing for him last season. He averaged about 17 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And every team needs a good backup big to spell the starters, and that's what he brings to the table.
Well, he realizes his role. I mean, rebounding, setting screens, protecting the rim. Anything else is a bonus.
Oh, listen, no doubt you could argue Marc Gasol is the best center in the league right now. I mean, this guy does it all. Defends, rebounds, passes, scores. I mean, he's also a great teammate. They all love him. And to me, that matters in the big picture. When you're talking about developing chemistry and trust, sometimes the difference between winning and winning it all is whether or not your teammates like you.
Conley against Irving. Conley, the pass to Gasol. Another shot, and Randolph with the lay-in. Randolph's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Irving kicks to Love. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket, on time and on target.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Irving against Conley. Feeds it to Carter. Clock at 4. The rebound by Kevin Love. Love's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's LeBron. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 5 assists tonight.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Here's Conley. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Conley's got 6 points.
That's a terrific move to the basket. The defense played that one well, but it didn't make any difference.
And guys, one thing you sometimes gets lost. I mean, Mike Conley is a proven winner. Remember, you go back in high school, won 3 state titles, and the one season at Ohio State led them to the national title game. So that aspect of what he brings, the intangibles, you're going to be a winner if Mike Conley's on your right.
Look at that.
Wow. That's how he makes his presence felt.
And we see him do it time and again. He is a special talent.
Sure
is.
Hey,
guys, as important as it is to go out and compete, let's not forget the entertainment element of this game. What an unreal finisher.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Timeout called the Grizzlies. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
I mean, he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
During that break, Coach Dave Yeager had some words for his team. There was one thing he stressed above everything else, and that was getting the ball into the low post. That is where their points can and should be coming from in his mind. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you.
And a blazing start to the second half. They've hit all 5 shots.
Randolph dishes to Conley. Randolph sets a screen for Conley. It's Allen on the wing. Doubled by Smith. Carter the pass to Randolph. Here's Allen, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on LeBron James.
This is as good as it gets from the charity strike here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Cleveland leading by 21. Thompson, a screen on Carter. In the corner, Smith with it. Outside Irving. To the middle. He's looking for Love and finds him. And the basket good. Love's got 7 now in this quarter.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Good looking screen by Gasol. Here's Allen. Softly drops in the floater.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Cleveland's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. James kicks to Thompson. Conley against James. Pass to Gasol. Carter inside the three-point line. Cavaliers with the rebound. Love's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. The drive by Smith. Love wide open. He fires. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 3 assists in the game. Randolph a screen. Conley kicks to Randolph. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
James dishes to...
That athlete.
Yeah. The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
That's straight up Showtime stuff right there, baby. Major highlight reel material.
And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Allen passes to Conley. Launches it, and he gets it to go. Conley's got 9.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Thompson, a screen on Carter. Out to Smith. On the wing, Irving. Covered by Conley. The screen from Thompson. 4 on the clock. Off the pick. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
And it's Randolph penetrating, and the Grizzlies check on 2 more. The Cavaliers leading by 20. Love with the screen on Conley. Irving kicks to Love. And it's Randolph with the rebound. Randolph's got 6 rebounds in the game. Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, then you're talking about a very, very valuable player.
Good point. Lance Stephenson's checked in for Mike Conley. Dellavedova kicks to Fry. Dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
And surprisingly, a firm throwdown. And that's a little bit out of character, Kevin.
It is, Greg. You're right. He's got plenty of size to attack the basket, but Clark rarely does.
Well, he certainly attacked it that time, Kevin. I mean, that's what they want to see more from him.
Kicks it to Stevenson. He feeds it to Randolph. No good. Excellent D there from Mozgov. The Cavaliers leading by 22. Here's Dellavedova. He's got 5. Mozgov, a screen on Allen. The feed to Fry. He kicks to Dellavedova. Shoots it. The shot is off. And Memphis the other way now. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. And again, Memphis no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
There's the pick. The pass to Mozgov. To the right side. Deflects the pass, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Anderson, he's checked in for Gasol. Wright comes in for Zach Randolph. And it's Barnes in for Vince Carter. Shumpert against Stevenson. Wright sets a screen. 6 to shoot. Excellent D there from Mozgov.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Dellavedova. 5 points in the game. On the wing, Shumpert. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Cleveland ball. Here's Shumpert. Good D by Stevenson.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close. Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Shumpert against Stevenson. Here's Mozgov. Grizzlies with the rebound. Ball stolen. Pushing it up. And Fry slams it in.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Cleveland?
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
And finished off by Shumpert.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
For Memphis, they've gotten half their shots to drop in the second half, up to this point, going 7 of 14. Anderson, a screen on Shumpert. Stevenson drives in. Anderson, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
He power surged that one down. Wow.
Yeah, good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a Manny. That's a facial.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Grizzlies have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. Memphis moving that ball around. Barnes dishes to Stevenson. 6 on the shot clock, and Shumpert pulls it down.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense. You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
Stevenson drives in.
I mean, he's just making the D look foolish. I mean, that was one heck of a move to get himself the space he needed to operate.
And how about the slam to finish it off? Not too shabby either.
Kevin and Greg, I tell you what, safe to say that was a good-looking play from start to finish.
Here's Barnes. Shumpert with the steal. Now Cleveland moving it up. And Jefferson throws it down.
Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
Stevenson drives in. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. This is his first chance at the line tonight. That free throw good from Lance Stevenson. And Cleveland making a change here.
2 shots.
He's off on the second. No luck. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Cavaliers ahead, running away with it. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Here's LeBron. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, they've got Mozgov. Mo Williams out there with McRae. Then it's James Jones. And it's LeBron in at the power forward.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
And, guys, it was a terrific understanding between teammates that made that possible. They really did read each other well there.
Adams outside. Memphis the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Boy, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here.
To the left wing. Green, the pass to Adams. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Barnes for 3. The shot is off. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Out to the right wing. McRae. Good, and the assist goes to James.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Adams against Williams. Passes it to Hairston. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And Green gets it to go.
Crisp pass into the paint.
Here's Williams. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one.
Remember, for a long time, flopping was like the #1 concern in the NBA. I mean, it still happens a lot, but the rules have curbed it quite a bit. We have seen less and less flopping the last few years.
And Adams kicks to Barnes. Back to Adams. Pass to Barnes. Over to the left wing. Fires from 18. And that one hits back iron. Some doubted how the flopping fines would have worked. Overall, there have been less egregious flops for the better in the NBA.
Yeah, and there will always be room for embellishment, but I like the fines because it really does minimize the number of extravagant flops. Guys have adjusted, and they're not laying down as much as they used to.
Some changes for Memphis. Martin's checked in for Anderson, and Mike Conley subbed in for Matt Barnes. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for James Jones. J.R. Smith's checked in for McRae. And Irving subbed in for Mo Williams. Memphis has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Conley kicks to Hairston. Martin with a screen on James. Here's Hairston. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Ball's knocked loose. Conley with it. He's picked up by Irving. Hairston, the pass to Martin. Rebound, Love. Love's got his 8th rebound here tonight. From 15 feet away, and the shot falls short this time. For Memphis, they've gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. And here's Conley outside. The shot no good. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Irving with the ball. To the middle. Here's Thompson, and he comes off the screen and slams it through.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Smith against Adams. To the left side wing. And there's the 3-second violation.
Not doing them any favors with those kinds of errors.
Especially now, Greg, with every possession being so crucial.
Love with the screen on Conley. In the corner, it's James. And Love throws it down.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Conley against Irving. Conley into the lane. Dishes it to Martin. Lets it go from the wing. Rebound by Smith.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
A nice shot by LeBron.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Here's Green, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
LeBron James on the wing, covered by Hairston. Love against Green, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Boy, he wanted everybody in the building to know who threw that one down.
Hanging on the rim is, I guess, one way to do it.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, you want to make sure you don't get teed up from a situation like that.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Yeah, foolish play. He's got to be thinking out there.
Which he clearly wasn't on that play. Or maybe he was thinking just about something other than basketball.
Well, speaking of thinking, back home, guys, we call that a good old-fashioned brain freeze.
Jefferson's checked in for James. It's deflected. Martin with it. Picked up by Thompson. Here's Adams. Martin trying to free himself up. Adams' shot is off. And the Cavaliers with possession. They're on a 17-4 run. And the shot is good.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Green with a screen on Irving. Hairston kicks to Martin. Banked in off the glass. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Love with the screen on Conley. To the paint. Love dishes to Thompson. From the left block, he sends it through. Thompson's got 10 points here in the second half.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Shot off the pick. Jump shot is good. And that's 11 points for Mike Conley.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Irving drives in. Can't convert after the good screen. Memphis has gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Green with a screen for Conley.
And just way too early to tell how this year's group of rookies will turn out. But just from an early look, they seem to be a group that can contribute. Definitely not going to be a class with a small impact on the league.
Grizzlies shooting in the 4th quarter down around 31%, not playing with as much energy here lately. He dishes it to Martin. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Martin's got 4 this quarter.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Irving attacking.
Now, one spot the Cavs did struggle with last year was help off the bench. They were last in the league in bench scoring.
2 shots.
And that one falls for Irving.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
Anderson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Barnes comes in for Hairston. Cleveland also making some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Amon Shumpert in for Smith. Now Conley. Inside. And there's Martin. That's good on the assist by Conley. And that's now 6 points for Martin. Cavs not scoring with a lot of their bench. A big part of that is they just didn't go to their bench very often.
Well, you talk about the Cavs and the bench near the bottom in total bench minutes played. The bench didn't have a lot of firepower, didn't shoot the ball well, and considering they got limited minutes, oftentimes struggled to find any kind of rhythm out there.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Check out the game for Fry. He has 9 points and 1 steal as well. It's been a really complete performance for him today.
And Clark, he's made a huge impact at both ends of the floor.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Williams is checked in, so he gets them both.
And guys, something new for the NBA is the HGH testing that's been put in place. It's something the league hasn't had too many issues with or even accusations, but better to stamp it out early. And hard to argue that it should be in place.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Anderson passes to Adams. Martin the screen. Clock at 6. Conley into the lane. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Barnes can't get it to go. And with the HGH testing, it's done in every major sport. Seems like the right thing to do for the NBA. Just make sure everyone is on a level playing field, so to speak.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I think the punishment will be fair. First positive gets you a 20-game ban. The second one, 45.
Left side, Adams. Back to Barnes. And it's Conley penetrating. Mozgov with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mozgov. Wright, he's checked in for Martin.
Brandon Wright.
From deep. No luck. And Cleveland the other way now.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter. One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Anderson inside, guarded by Fry. A nice shot by Anderson.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
1:36 left in the fourth. And Shumpert kicks to Fry. On the wing, Williams, guarded by Wright. 4 on the clock. The dish to Mozgov, stolen by Anderson.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Cavaliers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah. And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
Just a quality win, and you look at the box score and some really good numbers for Kevin Love. And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
And so it's Memphis with it. Good chance here for Barnes. The Grizzlies with another miss. And there's the call on Matt Barnes.
Side out.
And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
7 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Here's Mozgov. Good on the 7-footer.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their terms.
And, you know, that's not the way it usually works in the NBA. It's going to be a great win, and you know it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here for sure.
And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, you guys had a tremendous second half. What were the things that had to happen to win this game?
No, we all contributed tonight, and if we have a well-balanced, scoring and we're efficient on both ends, we usually end up winning the game. And, like you said, the second half was big for us tonight.
It takes 5 guys to win it in the NBA. Kevin, thanks for your time. Back to the table.
Doris, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time. But first, the post-game show with Ernie Johnson just a few aisles above us.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan player of the game, Kevin Leauge. Kenny, your thoughts?
How much would every team like to have a big man who's able to do the things that Kevin Leauge does? He can play close to the bucket. He can spot up from long range, pass, drive the lane, rebound, you name it. I'm glad he didn't hold back tonight. He let it all hang out.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.